Not this. At just a little over 22 pounds, and the fact that it comes on 4 wheels, look at that. It follows you. You don't have to pick this up and move it. All the things we hated about power washers, we're gonna give you a tip. We're gonna give you an extra long hose, an extra long cord, and we are gonna make our outside of our home look pristine, crisp, clean. This is from Sunjoy. We're gonna talk about the company, but if you went and got all the accessories, this kind of power, the mobility of it and everything, you're looking at about $300. We have bought power washers well above that didn't have everything. We're doing this as our best value of the day. Half off, my friends, half off a power washer. Just do a little bit of a Google. You're gonna see how expensive they can get. How about I ship this to you for free and it still falls underneath our 5 Flex umbrella? So really it's 50 bucks to get this home today. Let's clean some stuff, Bobby Milliken.
Good morning.
Oh, you know what?
You're out here. Thank you, guys.
I came out here.
She gets to come out and play.
Because listen, we have purchased power washers throughout my adult life with my husband.
Right.
They were loud,
Yep, big.
heavy, expensive, and very intimidating, to be completely honest.
This is not loud. This is not big. This is not. I love it. Thank you for setting me up. She just set me up to alley-oop. Yeah.
You're like the anti.
Are you ready? Pinky pickup. Okay.
Love this.
23 pounds on the weight, but yes, it's lightweight enough for you to pick up. I love that we're doing free shipping. That like blows my mind. Best value we've ever done, and this is exclusive to us here at HSN. Let me invite you to show off, so to speak, some of the demos. I just did our patio pavers right there. All you do is pull the trigger, and then you're gonna let that water blast away that dirt, that grime. Each and every time you pull this out, this is your weapon. This is your best weapon against all of that built up season after season dirt, debris, mildew. Maybe it's the patio pavers, maybe it's some stones leading up to your driveway. Maybe you've got some weeds in the middle and you don't want to bring out the fluid to, you want to just blast it away. Look at this. I'm gonna go right down the middle and just blast those, right? Look at it, it's so powerful. I'm even moving some of those stones up front. That's pretty amazing, right? And then look at that. I'll leave a little bit dirty here just so you can see the difference. Let me just finish it off. Tina's like, finish it. All right, there you go. Nice and clean for you. So just at a moment's glance, you can see, yes, this is powerful. Yes, this is effective. And yes, it's easy. And before I throw it back to you, let me talk about the power for a second, right? So a pressure washer is rated or graded on how strong it is, right? It's by a PSI, which is pounds per square inch. It's the pressure. So the higher the number, thank you guys. The higher the number, the stronger it is. So this is 2,200 rated PSI. That is what you can expect as far as consistent power each and every time you turn this unit on. Now, our max, right? Our maximum is 2,800, okay? And when you're looking on the market, we know you're smart shoppers. You may see something else that's 27, 28. That's their max, right? We're telling you truthfully what you can expect consistent power over the life of the unit. So I just want to make sure I made that real clear. This is the highest we've ever done for a TS. We haven't done a TS since 2 years ago, so quantities are probably going to be limited. We're probably going to sell out of this before the day's over, so we're super excited about this.
So we did the pavers, we did the bricks, we did the wood, and we're not just moving dirt around, like we are really cleaning it, right? So, and we have outdoor rugs out like underneath all of our patio furniture and stuff. We got hit with 2 hurricanes.
We know the dirt and debris just stays there. We're like, yeah, I'll get to that, I'll clean it, and then it builds up, right?
You buy a new one.
It gets a little bit daunting.
Yeah.
That's what we're trying to prevent. Instead of buying a new one, let's renew it. And how do you renew? Well, you just clean it. And how do you clean it? Well, you just bring out your pressure washer. I'm gonna invite you to take a look at this rug. It doesn't look too bad when you look at it close up. It looks like maybe this is the brown rug, but let me just turn the pressure washer on and just do what I call a path to clean, and you'll quickly begin to realize, look at this. This is amazing to me. This is one of my favorite demos because it really quickly and easily shows you what is the true color of this rug. And you can see it's not this brown or this brown, it's actually gray and white, which is this middle area right here. So think how easily I'm doing this now is the same and how easily you're going to be able to use this and take advantage of when you get this home. And as you're watching Tina and I's presentation, think to yourself, well, what areas do I have? Oh yeah, I could do my back patio. I could do my garage floor. I could do my driveway. I could do my sidewalks. I could do my kids' toys. I could do my car. I could do my motorcycle, my golf cart, my boat. Like you just start thinking and you're like, oh, it starts to get kind of exciting because it literally is instant gratification. You see it and then it's gone.
You weren't with me, I think in the first hour I said, Father's Day is coming up. You're like, I don't know what he wants this. He wants this. He's been
wants
looking at pressure washers. He's been looking at the PSI. He's been talking about like wanting to, and this is the last time we did it at my house. We have these white bricks that kind of line this little like wall that we have at my house, but they were once white. But as time went on, they got a little green, they got a little brown. We hit that baby with our pressure washer, and they were like right like the day we bought those white bricks, right? You're gonna go back, and we're just not moving the dirt around. We are like really like blowing off all of that mildew and the grime and the yuckiness that you can't help that builds up. It's outside, right? Half off a $300 pressure washer in the most powerful we've ever done in a Today Special. You're getting all the attachments that stay on board. And we've had really heavy pressure washers in the past that we spent a lot more money on, and you have to pick it up and move it, pick it up and move it, and then I'm out, right? I'm like, never mind, I didn't want weightlifting as a part of this task. The 4 wheels, this will never tip over, this will move seamlessly with you, even though it is lightweight, I still don't want to pick anything up. Half off, free shipping. Now you're thinking, Tina, once I do all my outside, my rugs and my pavers, how will I continue to use this? Wash in our car, Bobby Milliken.
Yes, so I just stepped over here to the side to show you that this is a great tool to use to keep your motorcycle, your boat, your RV, your car, your SUV clean. So all I did is I switched out the tip, okay? So we give you 3 different tips, and I'll go over all of them over there, but this one is the 40 degree. It's at the end of the lance. You don't have to go shopping and figure out what tip goes. We give you all 3, so it's gonna take care of all the needs that you have. They're quick connect, so they're easy on and easy off. I chose this one for the car because it's the lightest, right? It's gonna not do any damage to the car. So you wanna put the 40 fan on, and then if you take a look, you see the fan, when I put it up like there? See the water, how big the fan is? That's the 40 degree angle that I'm talking about. So now, you don't have to drive to the car wash, waste your gas, wait in line. Tina, spend those precious quarters that you've been saving up, all right? You don't have to swipe that credit card. Why? Because you know what? You're going with Joe. You're doing it by yourself because you're empowered. You got the right tool for the right job. Get those mirrors too. And you can just do this in the privacy of your driveway. You don't have to leave your house to get your car clean. Now, down here, you got some of that dirt, that brake dust, that mud, that crud, all that stuff gets caked on and baked on down in the wheels. This is gonna be your easiest way to clean it. And you know what? Look, Tina, did you go to the beach or something? Looks like you got a bunch of sand here. I'm gonna take care of these mats for you, okay? If you take a look down here on the ground, we've got some sand on the mats. And you know, we're in Florida. We got a lot of beaches around. We want to take the family and hang out. So what do you do when you're done? Well, just put the mats out in the driveway. Look at that. You just blow them. Look how powerful this is. I could even, I'm making the mat jump just from the power of the pressure washer. Now stay with me because I want to show this off. Are you ready?
Yep.
All right, if you take a look at the actual unit, I'm just going to use the cord. Ready? What's it gonna do? I'm gonna take it all-terrain, look at this, like an all-terrain vehicle. It's gonna follow me. That's why we call it the 4x4 follow me design. Did you see how it just literally just came down the hill, the grassy knoll area? The point is that you don't actually have to lift it or move it because we've added the accessories of those canister wheels on all 4 corners. So now this is giving you all the power of an upright unit, but all the convenience of a 4-wheel base unit. So this blows my mind. I love that we added it. It just makes it more simple for you. It makes it more easy, right, Tina?
I'll tell you, and my husband does all of our outsides, and that's what I'm saying. We've bought pressure washers before.
You come on down here and join me. Come on here, girl. Show you all this stuff. Yeah, I'm bringing her out here.
I know. I was like, listen, this is what my backyard looks like, to be completely honest. The barbecue, we haven't really touched it all winter, right? The garbage cans, the dog,
are you ready? I hand the wand over to you. You can do that barbecue. Look, my producer goes, uh-oh, you're gonna be fine. Okay, if you're a first-time user, you've never used a pressure washer, if you can do this, you can pressure wash.
That is literally it.
That's it.
And by the way, so we had 3 tips.
Yes.
So we started with 1, right? Yep. So this is the second one we're using.
Yep, so all 3 are right here, and I love that we have this onboard storage. So the yellow is gonna be the most powerful with the smallest number. That's 15 degree, 25 is the green, and then 40 is the tip I was using on the car. So yeah, there you go.
So this is the one we want. Can I do
Yeah, you can go ahead and start blasting away.
Therapy. Therapy.
Yeah, maybe this is your therapy. But if you're coming over for grill time at Jimbo's house, you want to make sure his grill is clean. You're not going to eat the hot dogs and hamburgers if the grill is looking all dirty and disgusting, right?
Yeah, Jimbo.
Yeah, Jimbo.
Let me hit your grill.
He's back there.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
The power.
You like that?
The quickness. And listen, I'm no, Tina the Tool Man person.
What's a shimmy? I'm none of
that.
All right. But you can.
This
one, it just makes us feel good. You feel like a professional, right? So listen, you don't have to call somebody, wait for a neighbor to come over and help you. Call a professional. With this, you are the professional. You go with Joe. Super simple, lightweight yet powerful. Remember, if you missed it at the beginning of the presentation, 2,200 PSI.
Yep.
That's a lot. Probably more than you need, but at least it's going to give you that versatility. Is it my turn?
No. Can I do one more?
All right, go. Which one you got?
Can I do the chair?
Yeah.
Let me do something.
You're not going to get that clean. That's too dirty. Come on. You can't get that
I would throw this away. I'd put it out on the curb, and I'd probably go get another one.
Right.
It's never going to be white again.
Right.
You get it?
But this is not one of those cheap Adirondacks. This is like that real wood. You don't want to replace this because this one would be actually pretty, fairly expensive. So now you don't have to replace. Why? Because you're going to renew. Look how proud. Did you get Tina's smile? Her face. Her smile is so big when she cleaned that.
You're gonna get this probably for dad or hubby or something, and then you're gonna use this one time and you're gonna go, oh, that feels good.
Oh, I
it's
like
just
that.
so clean
and crisp
and fast and easy.
That's the point.
It doesn't feel like out of hand or intimidating.
And look
Here,
how, well, just hold it for 1 second. Do you see how much, look at how much length you get?
I still have more cord.
20 feet of, this is called high pressure cord, okay?
Okay.
You get 20 feet of this, and then you get 35 feet of your power, or your electric cord. Remember, we're not using gas, we're not using oil, we're not pull starting.
Before.
You're getting the power of an electric unit, all right? But the fact that we keep you 35 plus 20, so that's 55 feet, what that means for you is you're easily gonna be able to reach all four corners of your driveway.
All right, you can have it
passing
back.
the baton.
You can have it back. It's so good. It's so addicting.
Yeah.
Once you start cleaning one thing and you can see what it does and everything that comes off.
Absolutely.
You're like, let's do more.
You're like, let's go. You clean one thing, you can start cleaning the other.
Look at that. Who knew that that's what our pavers look like, right? They're actually not brown. They're gray. Oh, my furniture's actually white. Oh, that's what it looked like when I bought it. This is the way to do it. And I'll tell you, $300, I feel like we're being really nice when we're saying $300 retail value, to be completely honest, for $2,200 with the 3 different tips, with the extra long of the hose and the cord, and the fact that it has a 4-year warranty on it. And it's got, I've never owned one that's had a 4-wheel, movability to it. Most powerful, exclusive model, half off. To be honest, I wrote $50 off on my card on accident, and I go, oh, no, my math is wrong. This is $150 off to get this home. If you just want to test out, just let me get it home. Let me clean a couple things in my backyard to see if this really is for me. You're like, is this for me? $50. Let us ship it to you for free. 50 bucks. Clean for 30 days, Bobby. You could do your whole home.
Oh my gosh,
Top to bottom furniture rugs.
30 days and 30 minutes, 30 seconds. I'm about to show you what I can do in 30 seconds.
If it's not right, send it back, but you'll want to keep doing it.
You're not going to send this back. Now, look at this. This is our fence. This is nothing that we dirtied up. This is actual real wear and tear, how dark it is. But look what I was doing earlier in last night's presentation, how the real wood. I'm going to start over here. Just take a look. I turn it on, and now I'm head right here, and then look at this. I just go down there, and you can now literally see the real color of this wood. Now, if your fence looked like this, the before, you may just knock it down. You may just say, I'm not gonna deal with it. I don't have time for that. And you would never think that you could get this clean in a million years with just the power and the pressure of water. But literally, I can go from this to this in 30 seconds. Never mind 30 days, 30 minutes. You do this whole fence in 30 minutes of your whole entire backyard.
Best demo.
Best demo ever. I love that.
Best
demo.
So
let's back out a little bit. Let's talk about doing the house. You've got, maybe it's your stucco, maybe it's your siding, okay? You can see how far I'm standing away, and you can still see the power has the ability to reach 3, 4, 5, 6 feet away, really, and you can kind of control, how far or how close you want to be, depending upon what you're doing and how badly, dirtied or stained the area it is that you're cleaning. Look at all that stuff. Whoa, stuff's flying everywhere. Look at that. Now I'm gonna turn around and reverse over here and do this chair. Now, you would look at this pillow.
Yep.
If my wife took a look at this, she'd say, nope, you're in trouble, Bobby.
Yeah.
These are not cheap. These pillows, okay, these outdoor pillows, they're not cheap. And if you look at that, you're like, oh boy, that looks intimidating. That's gonna probably, take me some time, because how else would you clean this? You can't throw that in the washer, right? And how do you scrub that with any type of rag or brush? But when you have water, Look at that. I mean, I just literally just go over it one time and you can see how dirty it was and now see how clean it is. And while we're at the shot, I'll just take this off and I'll start tackling our chair because I know outdoor patio furniture is not cheap. I know it's expensive. We want to entertain. We want to have people over at our house. We want it to look good, right? And if you have dirty patio furniture, it's not going to be looking good. This is the way that you're going to clean it quickly, easily, and efficiently with your Sunjoe pressure washer. And I'll just finish off, boop, 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 boop. Look at that.
Bobby, you know that there's
There you go.
businesses that do this?
You
can pay somebody to come to your house and pressure wash things at your house.
Oh, I know.
They're very expensive.
You know what they quoted me? $700 for my, before I started with Sunjoe, this is like 7 years ago, I got a quote, and they wanted $700 for just the patio, the outdoor patio. I'm like, what? Are you kidding me? Like,
listen,
like what?
I've never even gotten a quote because I knew way outside anything I'd be willing to pay.
Right,
But you know what it is? They've got the machinery,
Yeah,
so.
they got the big machines and stuff. Like literally, this is the unit, and it's pressure washers that everybody in my neighborhood knows I'm the Sunjoe guy, right?
Yep.
So they're always kind of, can I borrow this? Can I borrow that? Yeah, no problem. I got it. I'd love to help out. But the pressure washer is probably the most borrowed unit that I have. So what I'm saying for you, if you're just joining us, is instead of borrowing your neighbors, instead of waiting around in line at the big box store and overpaying for something, here's what we're saying. We're giving you our best unit we've ever had on the TS.
Yep.
We're giving you the top brand. We are the market leader when it comes to pressure washers in the United States. Obviously, we stand behind our product because we're not giving you just a 1 or 2.
Yeah.
We're giving you 4-year warranty. Any company that's giving you a 4-year warranty, especially on something that has moving parts and has a motor, you know, that just shows you, you know, we believe in our product. We stand behind it. Listen, we've been in business 15 years. We're celebrating 5 years with you here at HSN. So we're super excited for you. And the fact that we haven't had a TS on this in 2 years, it's finally here. This is the time. Jump in. It's spring, about to be summer. We're trying to get everything clean from the backyard to the house to the front yard to all the tools and toys that you have. This is going to be your best way to get that done.
Do you know what I always say about some products? They end up paying for themselves, which I'm here for.
Yes.
If I didn't go buy a new rug,
Right.
I didn't go buy new furniture.
Thank you.
I didn't replace the fence, right? If I actually could just love it again.
We're making you money.
At this point, you know.
We're making you money.
I always say that because you're right. If I saw this rug and it looked like this at my house and I didn't have this, I would roll it up, put it out at the curb, and then I would go buy a new one.
Yeah.
Same thing with furniture, right? The pillows, all of these things. I'm like, I don't know how to. You try it with your hands. It's not. You need that pressure.
Yes.
You need the power behind it. And again, I love what Bobby was talking about. The power that you're getting with this, the 3 different tips. It's backed with a 4-year warranty. If you go look at pressure washers that are out there, they're not going to be on the wheels. They're super heavy. They're super. Because Bobby, when you stop spraying, the noise stops. I've had pressure washers where even when I stop, it goes the whole time.
I'm glad you mentioned that because that's actually a feature, okay?
Yes.
This is another thing that separates us from the other pressure washers out there in the market. When you turn it on, it instantly turns on. And then when you let go, it instantly turns off. And that's total stop system. That is kind of the sign of a high quality pressure washer. And what that does is that's going to save you wear and tear on the motor. So now you're going to get year after year, season after season off of your same pressure washer. I just did the pavers. Let's go to the wood. Maybe you've got, you know, as you're watching our presentation, I really want you to think, okay, where am I going to use that in and around my house? And maybe you've got a back patio made of wood. I'll come back here. Tina, I don't know if you know about this stuff. This is called composite decking.
Okay.
This is not cheap. This is actually super expensive. Will it work on that? Sure will. I'll just blow this stuff off to the side. When you spend a lot of money on your furniture, on your tools, on your toys, on composite decking, the one thing you definitely want to do is keep the value. And how do you keep the value? By making it look good and keeping it clean against all of the elements, the weather, the sun, the rain, the mold, the mildew. And all you need to do, instead of calling someone, instead of worrying about like, will they show up? What's their price? When is their schedule? You now are the professional. You just do this at your own pace. We give you the right tool for the right job. There's nothing more empowering than you waking up and seeing a mess and be like, I don't need to rely on anybody else. I've got the greatest pressure washer on the market. I'm gonna go out there and knock it out super simple, super easy.
And you just plug it in. Listen,
you just plug it in.
There
it's electric.
are
Remember, no
pressure
gas, no
washers.
oil.
Yep, there's pressure washers out there that take gas and you got to mix things and you got to put it. Listen, you plug it in and you go. That's all. that is the setup of this, right?
Yeah.
You just pick the tip, so you don't want to use the most powerful tip if you're doing your car, because we love the paint on our cars. You just take out the, one tip and replace it with the other. We're giving you 3. Extra long hose, extra long cord. It's on wheels. It's just a little over 22 pounds, even on the wheels, so super portable, backed with that warranty. Most powerful we have done, and it's taken us 2 years to come up with an exclusive set for you from Sunjo, and we're gonna do it half off. No joke, if you looked at my card right now, Bobby, it says $50 off on my card and a big X through it, because I thought I did the math wrong.
Yeah.
And I go, I'm sorry, is that $150 off?
I love it.
We're doing that. We're even gonna ship it to you for free. I mean, and you're gonna look at this and you're gonna go, you're right, I think when I bought this house, that was gray.
That did look like that.
That was lighter.
Yeah, you're bringing out that, you're like, remember it used to look like this, honey? And we're showing you some before and afters, and that is just how easy it is to do. And those are some of the results that you can expect to get when you're pressure washing. I came over here to the SUV.
Which one are you gonna do
I got the
first?
gray tip. I'm gonna do the car right here. Because again, this is one of the greatest uses. Yeah, you're gonna do your deck and your patio and your driveway, but when you can do your car, your RV, or your ATV, or your motorcycle, the boat, whatever it is, it just makes it super simple, because, you're saving your time. It's not just about saving 15 bucks at the car wash, which that's how much mine is, $15, okay, to drive through that thing. It's more about you're saving time, and it's convenient. Like, look at this. You can really get in underneath the wheel wells where that crud hangs out. You can get the brake dust, the dirt, all that stuff off the road goes to your wheels. Now you can clean it. I'm going to head down here. You ready for this, Tina? This is the Follow Me design. Take a look at the unit. Yeah, say, come here. Come here, guy. And look at this. I just pull it down here, off-roading, down the grassy knoll, and it just comes to me. And again, the reason I'm able to do that, and I'll show it to camera, is because of these canisters, okay? When you get this home, super simple assembly. You're just going to pop the handle on and the wheels on, attach your lance here, and you're good to go. The hose goes in the back, an easy on-off button in the front. This is your 20 feet of high-pressure hose. Don't forget, we give you 35 feet of your power cord. And I'm just gonna go to town over here. Watch out, Tina. I'm gonna hit this dirty trash can. I've got 2 of these at home. I got the big one for the recycling. I got the other one for the trash. I'll be honest, I don't know what my kids and what we throw in there, but they stink. They get dirty really quickly. And you know what? How else do you clean them? They have a service for people that come to just clean your trash. That's a service in itself. So I'm like, how many services are we're canceling the pressure washer for the driveway. We're canceling the trash can cleaner because we're doing all of this ourselves. The grill, this is a great one because that was very dirty with that grease and all that stuff. I could even open it and get under there and do the grates and everything. Get under there, clean under the hood. Whoa, it's dirty. I didn't know it was all dirty in there. Getting underneath the hood. And did you notice I'm not rubbing, scrubbing? I didn't pre-treat. I didn't use any soap. I'm simply using the pressure washer. How do you use it? You pull the trigger. As soon as I pull the trigger, you can see the water coming out the end. And while I have it up here, I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna go over here to this little terrace or gazebo or whatever you would call it to show you this. You can have this aim up high just like you're doing it down low. Now you can get rid of those pest nests, those cobwebs, those mud daubers, whatever those insects are called that are hanging up there and creating stuff. You can clean up high. Maybe it's the gutters, maybe it's the soffit. You can get the high areas, you can get the low areas, and then of course, look at this. The patio furniture is probably one of my favorites to do because they're one of our most important outdoor pieces and items, and they get the dirtiest the quickest. And with the pressure washer, you can get them clean very quick. I mean, look at this. That chair, look how white this Adirondack is. I'm gonna go boom, 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 left, right. And look at that. Now it's ready for Tina to sit in.
So
at this value, at this price, you cannot go wrong.
Let's wrap it up into a nutshell.
Yes.
Most powerful.
Most powerful test we've ever done.
Best price.
Best price, modeled after our best-selling pressure washer.
Exclusively